Now we will do the watermelon salad. Let me clean my area. Okie dokie. So this salad is even easier than the first salad. We don't need any blenders, no food processors, nothing at all. You just need a big bowl, which I have here, and I've already started the watermelon, but I thought I would show you how I cut mine in case you're wondering. I've got some mint and some red onions and some limes and some cucumber here and some arugula, and we will come back to this in a little bit. Okay, so I just had a little of the watermelon left because I wanted to show you how I cut mine. You don't have to cut yours this way, but this is the way I like it. I am very particular about certain things, and one of them is how I cut my watermelon. I like it in little squares like this, little bite-sized squares. So I cut a slice first, and then cut off all the white. And green. Get rid of that. And then just cut long lengths like this. Now, I'm a super weirdo. I don't like the pointy parts in my salad. I will eat those, but I want all the squares to match because that's just my weird personality. And then just cut across and try to get the squares kind of like 1/2 inch or so cubes. There we go. Yeah, I know these never go to waste. I just eat them later. I like uniformity in this salad at least. Okay. Alrighty, let me wipe off my cutting board. So next, I'm going to put in 2 cups of arugula. If you've never had arugula, I'm sure most of you have. It's such an interesting little green. These are baby arugula leaves. So if you get the baby ones, you can just put them in there like this. You don't have to chop them. You can chop them if you want. But arugula it's kind of peppery. It's like a spicy green. So people will often do like a green salad and just put a cup or less of this in just for a little background spice. But arugula, the pepperiness goes really well with the sweetness of the watermelon. It's just so good. So this is 2 cups of arugula leaves. And this is how I bought them in the store. You can also get them in bunches. If you get, sometimes they're larger leaves. So if you get the big leaves, just give them some chops. All right, then we're going to put in some cucumber. And you can cut this any way you like. This is the way I like it. This is kind of a delicate salad, so I want the cucumber to be delicate as well. And I'm not going to peel it this time. This is a handheld mandolin. I showed you this mandolin earlier, kind of the same thing. This is just a really simple handheld one where you can't change the space of the slice. It's just set. This is made by Kyocera. It's also my website store. They also have one that's adjustable, but this is a ceramic blade. You never sharpen it, and the only caution is you don't want to drop this and break this blade. Otherwise, you don't have to ever sharpen it, and it also cuts both directions. So if you have something that you can put your hand way up high, that's fine. If you get lower, then you will want to use a protector like this so you don't cut yourself. So we are striving for about 1 cup of thinly sliced cucumber. And again, you want to go forward and backward. You can just go forward, I guess, but it's super sharp. You just go back and forth. And as you get closer, you can put this on there to finish it up. Okay. And then what I do, you can put these in just like this, or you can give them some chops, just so they're not so big. It's up to you. All right. So there's our cucumber. I'm not even going to measure it. This is very, if you have more or less than what's written on the recipe, that's fine. It will still be delicious. Okay, so now we're going to do some red onion. And this is what I've been using. And it's same type of thing. You can just use this, or let me see, maybe, where is it? Right here. Maybe. See if this works. Once it gets too floppy and it's not stiff enough, it has a little bit of issue. Or if that onion is a little bit papery. So, but I am going to use that. I'm not going to use that. And then you can also just use your chef's knife. This is the knife I use. This is my everyday knife. It's a Mac. It's also on my store if you're wanting more details. And then I also use, this is a 6.5, 7 inch. This is an 8 inch. And I use this a little less often, but I love both of those. Those are pretty much the only knives I use. So you can also cut your onion this way if you don't want to risk it falling apart on the mandolin. Okay. And then just separate these as you put them into the salad. You just want little delicate pieces there. If you want to chop the onion into little, little chops, you do that as well if you like. Just make them small. All right, so that's the onion. The next thing I'm going to put in is a little bit of fresh mint. This is what mint looks like before it is chopped. And you just want to remove the leaves. How much am I doing? 1/4 cup-ish. Ish is fine. Mint is so delicious with watermelon. It's just one of those classic pairings. If you didn't have mint or you don't want to use mint, you could also use basil. Basil and watermelon are excellent together. Okay, I wonder if tarragon would be good with watermelon. I really like tarragon. All right, so once you get your little pile, what I do is just try to gather it up so it's not all over the place. I gather it up into a little roll. Cut across. And then cut the other way. You don't want it so small that it's just a little speck. You want to be able to taste a little bit of mint. So I kind of do like that size. All right. So there's our mint. Mint is also really good on just a regular fruit salad too. So if you make a fruit salad at home, throw a bit of mint in. Mint grows very easy. It's like rosemary. I bet a lot of you have mint and rosemary in your garden or your backyard. It grows like crazy. Okay. And then the last thing is just a little bit of lime juice. Here's our salad. And I told you earlier I was going to show you a different juicer. So this is a different kind of juicer. I bet some of you have this at home, and your brain tells you to put it in like this, but really you want to put it with the flat side down. And I'm aiming for about a 1/4 cup. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to put it right on there. 1 to 2 limes is about a 1/4 cup. And I will check the comments here in a sec. And if you didn't have lime, you could use lemon, certainly. Okay, they do make these in green for limes, but I just have the yellow one, and I find it works really well with limes and lemons. Let me put one more in there just for fun. Lime and watermelon. Oh, so good. This might seem like a weird combination of a salad, but it is so good. Give it a try. Okay, so let me check the comments here. Hey, Janet. Your wife is dangerous with knives. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Patty. I do have one of those gloves that you can't cut through. I don't know where it is. It wasn't something I really latched onto. Maybe I should give it another try. Hi, Sue Jean from Idaho. Yeah, it is a really refreshing salad. I was surprised how good it was. A lot of traditional watermelon salads put feta in with it, but of course we're not doing any cheese. Does the slaw hold up for a few days in the fridge? A few days, you know, pre-dressed salads are a little sketchy for many days in the refrigerator. So I would say if you know you're going to just eat it at home for yourself as opposed to taking it to an event or a potluck or something, just keep the dressing off and then add the dressing as you eat it for each meal instead of pre-dressing it. That way it'll last longer. Okay. The knives you showed, are they lightweight? I wouldn't say they're particularly lightweight, but they're also not heavy. Oh, look at all those onions that I missed. This one is heavier, but it's bigger. They're just average. I do have a lightweight knife in this drawer, I think. Let's see. Do I have it in here? No. Yes. Okay. This is a knife that I used to use that it's very lightweight. So if you're looking for a lightweight knife, this is an 8-inch chef's knife. This one I think is also in my store. I don't use it as much anymore. It's probably about $40, and it's made by Victorinox, by the people who make Swiss Army knife. And I originally bought it because it was rated the top knife for its price range. So lots of people like this knife. It's very lightweight. This one is called a Dragon. It's a little heavier. It was about $130. And then, of course, this is my Mac, which I'm thinking is 6.5 inches. I love, love, love this knife. I use it to cut apples. I used to use a shorter, like, utility knife, but this is the one I use all the time now. Okay. Ooh, this salad is so pretty. And you would definitely want to eat this one, you know, the day you make it or the next day. You wouldn't want to keep it sitting around for too long because, you know, watermelon gets a little soft around the edges. And then again, we want the pretty dish. If I was able to go to a potluck and not just be home all the time, I would totally make this dish and bring it because it's so eye-catching. And of course, all the green is on the bottom because the heavy watermelon fell to the bottom and now it's on the top. So just, you know, if there's big chunks of stuff in one spot, you can maybe not use your fingers like I'm doing, but Make it look nice, evenly distributed, you know? All right. Now sometimes I will also put a little freshly ground black pepper on this. Because pepper, again, like the arugula, peppery arugula leaves, black pepper also goes really well with watermelons. So good. If you didn't want to use lime juice or you didn't have lime juice, you could also use lemon juice. You could also use a little bit of balsamic vinegar, which goes really well with watermelon. And let me just look at my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting to tell you anything wonderful here. I think I said everything there. Yep. Oh, and if you didn't want to do watermelon, you could do cantaloupe, different kind of melon. Yeah. Okay. All righty. All right, you guys, easy breezy. Thank you for sticking around or coming back and watching today's video. Please share it if you have people in your life or you're following that might be interested in watching it. And although these two recipes aren't in my cookbook because they're newer, this is my book, Straight Up Food. If you've never seen it before, it's on Amazon, it's on my website, it's digital, it's hard copy. So check it out. It has a lot of pictures, has a nice lay flat spiral binding, and it's just a really good quality book. It's pretty and practical, especially good if you're just starting out eating this way or to give as a gift to someone who you know is kind of toying with the idea of cleaning up their diet. So, all right, you guys, that is it. Thank you again, and I will see you next week when I will be making apricot cardamom oatmeal cookies. Yum. So I'll see you then. All right. Thank you.